r t square dt. Okay, let's say this one is equation 6. If you partial differentiate this equation with respect to temperature and pressure, then this equation will become, let's say, first partial differentiation with respect to temperature. With respect to pressure will be equal to partial derivation del by del P of GR by RT at constant temperature will be equal to V square by RT. Isn't 7? Because the temperature is constant, so the second term will be 0. Similarly, partial derivation with respect to temperature will be temperature will be del by del T GR by RT at constant pressure will be equal to minus HR by RT square. First term will be cancelled because the pressure is constant. Let's say this is equation 8. Now we know that the Gibbs free energy G is equal to H minus Ts, or for an ideal gas, this G ideal gas, this G will be IHIG minus TSIG, and the residual Gibbs free energy will be equal to this minus this. So H minus HIG will be equal to HR, and TS minus TSIG will be equal to TSR, or we can rearrange this equation as SR upon R will be equal to HR upon RT minus GR upon RT. I rearrange this equation. SR, HR will go on left hand side and divide these all three factors by R. So finally, after rearranging, we will get this equation. Let's say this is equation 9. So if again if we take equation 6, So the equation 6 at constant temperature will be equal to, from equation 6 at constant temperature, the equation will be dgr by rt, because the temperature is constant though, so the right hand side will become vr by rt. The temperature is constant, so dt will be 0, so the second term of this equation will be 0. Integrate this equation with respect to pressure. Integrate with respect to pressure from 0 to p. So this will be equal to gr by rt, and integration of this equation from pressure 0 to p, vr by rt dp. Last equation was 9, so let's say this is equation 10. But we know Vr is equal to RT by Pz minus 1. You know Vr, residual volume, is equal to RT by Pz minus 1. So this equation will become Zr by RT 0 to P Z minus 1 dp by P. Say this one is equation 11. Now differentiate this equation with respect to temperature and put equation 8 differentiate with respect to temperature and compare with equation 8. So the differentiation of this equation, gr by rt, the differentiation of this equation with respect to temperature will be equal to h r by rt square. So differentiate this equation and use equation 8. Finally you will get hr by rt equal to minus t 0 to p del z by del t pressure dp by p. So in this manner we can calculate the residual enthalpy let's say this is equation 12. Now if we put equation 11 and 12 in equation 9, then we can also calculate the residual entropy. Put equation 11 and 12 in equation 9 to calculate the residual entropy. So put these values. So finally if you put this, we will get the residual entropy will be equal to SR by R will be equal to minus T integration 0 to P del Z by del T dP by P minus 0 to P Z minus 1 dP by P. Okay. After putting equation 11 and 12 in equation 9, we will finally get this value. Let's say this is equation 13. So in this manner we can calculate the residual enthalpy and residual entropy. These residual enthalpy and residual entropy can be expressed in form of reduced temperature and pressure. Reduced temperature and pressure. Reduced temperature and what is reduced temperature and pressure? The reduced pressure is P by Pc. Here Pc is critical pressure.